guys, this is today is March 5th, 2015, and what I'm going to be working on today a little bit is showing you a little bit of what your notebook should look like based on the assignment log that I gave you. You have the spring break to fix it and to get yourself on the right track so that you can start off the new 9 weeks with the perfect 100. I'm going to start with the test. Okay, at the very top you should write Wednesday, January 28th, and then write the title that we have here in our assignment log. The assignment log says January 28th, it's a test, and you have the common assessment number 5 on rational systems. Okay, so at the very top I'm going to write test, and then we also did a test review and your common assessment number 5. You actually took the test. This is what the test looks like. This is what the test review looks like. Your test review on one side had a bunch of examples of graphing, and it also included my own handwritten notes on how to solve a system of equations. So that's kind of what it looks like. It should be a double-sided page, so you should have both things there. Now the test looks something like this. It says common assessment number 5 in the front, and it was a total of 10 questions front and back. Okay, if you go to the next page. Okay, so that takes care of your test. If you can, please write your grade here, whatever it is. Hopefully it's a high grade. Then we did a reteach. So the next day we went over the test and I told you whatever else I needed to tell you. So that should be your own notes. And then you have the test corrections over common assessment number 5. So hopefully you did test corrections and you were able to say, let's say you had a 60 here, you were able to add at least a total of 15 points. Okay, and then you write down your new grade. So now we're going to look at the next week. The next week went over notes, 1, 2, 3, 4 days of notes, over preparing for rationals. We did flashboards and just a warm-up, and then we started practicing solving rationals with the warm-up, and then we started practicing how to multiply rationals. The first assignment that you had for that week as a grade was breaking the code, multiplying rational expressions, which was done together as a group. So this is what your notebook should look like. You should have a page with your corrections, or you can tape it here. You can leave it either with the quiz on the previous page, or you can leave it here on this new page. Okay, the next page is going to show you that we had a warm-up over X and Y intercepts. The date was February 2nd, and then we also started the notes on rational functions. This is what the handout looks like, and this is what it looks like once we filled it out ourselves. You turn the page. The next page is warm-up on horizontal and vertical asymptotes. Here's the answer, and here are the 2 questions that I asked you, one after the other. The second page, we started on the back on preparing for rationals of the page before, so you will probably have them both on the same page, okay? It's the back page of the first one. You turn the next page, and the previous warm-up is on the previous day. And then we started taking notes on simplifying rational expressions. Okay, so that should be in your own notes, I think, or maybe I printed it out for you. I'm not sure. Okay, then we go to the back side of that page. We do have another warm-up on systems of inequalities, but we also have notes on multiplying rational expressions. Trying to make it fit in the page, but I really can't. So these are some of the notes that we took. Okay, and it was a back page as well. After that, the next day, we had another warm-up about determining whether something was a solution or not, and then we started on the breaking the code with our group. You got a group grade for this. One person in your group got the grade, so you should also record that grade down. Okay, so for that second week, we had the notes on preparing for rationals. We did flashboards and answered some questions. We solved rationals using our notes and simplifying. Then we learned how to multiply. And finally, together, we came up with, as a group, we worked on breaking the code. You should have a grade written down for that problem. for that assignment. You should also have a grade written down for the corrections and a grade written down for the test. The next week, we go from February 9th through February 13th. Okay, these are some of the titles that you have. We actually had a lot of assignments to grade. Making the code, dividing rational expressions, that was a homework assignment. Activity 25, you could do that with the Desmos calculator, and this was when the substitute was there. And then you also did activity 22 with the sub, but I went ahead and put a video online for activity 22. You can use the Desmos calculator for activity 25, and then we worked out about half of making the code as a class, and then you had the rest to do as homework. I did a checkpoint on the 12th of February just to see how you were doing, to see if you needed any catch-up, what you were missing, and to update your notebook. We also took notes that Friday on adding and subtracting rational expressions. I put it online as a video. Okay, here's one of the warm-ups starting with Monday, February 9th. That was the assignment that we had to do as homework. We did the first 3 or 4 problems together, and then you had to do the rest on your own. We turn the page, we have another warm-up on simplifying rationals, and you had activity 22. 90% of your grade came from the work, and 10% came from the actual puzzle. And the next puzzle you had to do was activity 25. You can put those on 2 separate pages if you would like, and you had to match it to the correct graph. Okay, let's turn to the next page. After the activity 25 and 22, we caught up on all our work. We started taking notes on adding and subtracting rational expressions. This video is online if you want to take a look at it as well on YouTube. Your homework was to watch the second video and take the notes down as an assignment. Okay, so based on your notebook, you should have a grade for making the code, activity 25, activity 22. You kind of had a free day that day. By free day, I meant a day to make up all your missing assignments. We watched a video in class on how to add and subtract rational expressions, and your homework was to watch the second video on YouTube. For the following week, we did, or I guess the same week, I'm not really sure, we did a little bit of everything, rationals. I worked out some of the problems on video, and that was your homework assignment. You had a quiz on solving rational functions. So all of these assignments should have a grade associated to them. And then after the quiz, you guys had to do a writing assignment in class, and then your homework was to watch the video on exponential functions PowerPoint and take notes. The video is online. Okay, so in your notebook, you had a little bit of everything, rationals, and that's also on the videotape. You turn the page, and you should have a quiz there. The quiz and the writing assignment. The quiz was on solving rational functions. After that, your homework was to watch this video on graphing exponential functions. Okay, and it was a PowerPoint, and this is what it looks like in the front. That was your assignment for that Friday. Okay, in the 4th week, just to go over it really quickly again, you should have Graphing Exponentials worksheet. Sorry, this is a new week, and we're going to have a worksheet on graphing exponential functions. We actually did this in class. I believe the sub was there. Then you did exponential regression. I gave you some notes. I actually showed you those notes during the test, or that's going to be helpful for your test. Then you do meet your match, which you work together in a group. It was purple and white, and you had to cut out the little squares and match them together. We did a checkpoint to see how you were doing, what were you missing. We talked about your grades, we reviewed certain things, and I gave you some time to work on that. Then we reviewed exponential and rational functions on the half day. That was a half day, and the morning classes played a game. We also had a graphic organizer on exponent rules on February 26th. There was a video online about it. And then the next day, we did practice A, exponential growth, as a warm-up. And that same day, we also worked on activity 32. That was your homework. I also will put a video, hopefully, if I have time today, And then the next day, you also, or that same day, you did a foldable on solving exponential functions with the same and different base. I will show you in a moment what those look like. All right, guys, here's how the next couple of pages should look. You should have graphing exponential functions worksheet from February 22nd. When you turn the page, you'll have a warm-up for February 23rd. And then on the 23rd is when we worked on the Meet Your Match, which was 2 pages where we had to match up the purple handout to the white pages. Okay, after that, you have a warm-up. So your warm-ups were practice A, exponential functions, growth and decay. We also did this graphic organizer. On the back, we did some of the practice problems. We played a game with it. Here's the notes for that. It's also online as a video. Then we did this handout, this little foldable on 227 on same and different bases. Our homework was to complete activity 32, due tomorrow, March 6th. And then we did the test review. I don't really have a copy of that right now, but you got it when you had the sub. And then you took the 9 weeks exam on Thursday. And then you have your multiple choice part of your test for Friday. I hope this helped organize your notebook. The thing that will help you out the most is the assignment log, which I will give to you tomorrow. Thank you guys for being such a great class, and hope to see you over spring break. Hope to see you after spring break. Bye.